9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
What up, y'all? What up? Oh my gosh, it's been a long time coming, but here we are. A very long time, I think. I don't even know how long it is. But my name is tktrinidad. Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling talk, #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. It is, I thought it was Wednesday, but it's actually Tuesday. And speaking of rewind, we're going to be doing McMahon, the McMahon doc from Netflix. No, I said that correctly. I am like, this is what it is. Episode 5, because we only got 4 episodes whenever it came out. So I don't know if it's an OCD or whatever it is in me is like, no, we got to finish this. We have 2 episodes left, even though it's late in the game. And lo and behold, of course, she's here to save the day. Christina's in the building. She's like, I'll watch it.
I was like,
I haven't watched it yet.
Watching things. I have not watched it. I've watched 1 through 4. And I'm shook. I was just telling TK how I had a bunch of side commentary, and whenever Vince comes on and says something, I'm just like, now Vince, you know what you're saying is not the full truth. And he's okay with that. He knows that, and I think he's okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think when you are in a position
he's
of...
in his truth.
Right, his truth. That's very American 2026. I am in my truth, and I believe how I believe, and it is what it is. Please pass the caviar, and we are here.
He said, "What do you want from me?"
Yeah, this is and then honestly, sometimes that's all you can do. Like, all right, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. Which is so funny because I think in a couple weeks the Hulk Hogan documentary is gonna be coming up. So
and I'm excited. This is getting me actually wanting to learn more of the history. Like, there's things that they said in the documentary that I knew about in like by itself, like in silos, but like seeing it like chronologically and then getting more of the background, I'm like, oh. Is that what happened in real time?
What's going on? Yes.
Is that what's going on?
So most likely we'll be covering that too. But for those of you guys who are joining us, we are watching, and you can rewatch it too. Episode 5 of the McMahon, Mr. McMahon documentary, Family Business. Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1.
Beam, beam.
This is when Netflix was what, like $9.99 or something? Who knows?
This was $3. That was two price increases ago.
Paul Heyman.
Interesting platform for your background, Vince, as a Playboy. Okay. That's crazy. I had heard that before.
The physical or the sexual abuse?
The sexual abuse.
Oh.
That he had experienced, actually, yeah. And I'm like, wait a hot minute.
Incest. Huh.
And he says something interesting in the next sentence too.
Hmm.
And that's where he was. What he said was interesting. He said, just because it happened to you doesn't mean that you have to inflict that on other people. And he was like, I'm like, now Vince. This was one of my
Right, like-
now Vince.
Weren't you the one being accused of it?
Isn't that why we're all here? Okay.
We haven't seen Shane in a minute either.
What happened to him? I feel like he might be coming back. I wonder if he would come back.
I
Because he
think
came
so.
back a couple of years ago. Hey, Lynette. Bianca's going
Ooh,
to be in the corner, Rhea Ripley. Interesting. I hadn't heard
it
that.
is going to be interesting.
And congrats to Lola Vice. Yes. Hmm.
It's crazy. It's like, is it a good thing to have your life be documented, like in the point where you can
Right?
actually look back at it, or do you appreciate kind of showing the stuff that you want to be documented? You know?
Well, it's interesting when you're a kid because, like, you didn't have a say in what was documented. I mean,
Mhm.
we only got a couple of pictures of her as a kid, and
Right.
everything else she was an adult, but like, still, it's kind of like, wow, seeing how she looked right after college.
Mm.
The stars have aligned, MDP. The stars have aligned. And big money, TK. I didn't know that's what they called you in the streets, TK.
I didn't
Is
know
that what they call
either.
you?
Oh no!
Oh my god. You know, this segment was when
Oh
I started
no!
watching wrestling.
The debauchery.
Yes, like specifically, I recall when Stephanie was getting married to Tess. This was when my introduction. TK does look
I don't
rich.
know how to take that at MDB. I don't just. I guess. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Yeah, getting sacrificed on the
wow.
cross. Yeah, I remember when she was sacrificed on the cross.
I mean, also, wouldn't you just be on board to do it? Like,
Right. It was a different time. They're gonna go with it was a different time.
yes, of course.
All right.
Did you know, Christina? That's what she said. It was a different times.
It was a different time.
I mean, technically it was.
It was a different time. Technically. Ah, yes.
Mm.
The good old.
Oh
good old-
boy.
Oh goodness. Mm-hmm. And a bag of chips was 25 cents, TK.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait, were you were not here though? You were in Canada? Where were you, TK?
Hmm?
In the 90s. You were not here. You were in Canada?
I was in Canada.
Was it also 4 bags for $1?
I don't know.
Was it ever 4 bags for here?
I
It
don't
was.
think so.
TK was on her Degrassi. That's funny. Also not surprising that Vince wanted their actual wedding televised. Mm.
Okay.
This was crazy. The father-daughter match.
Bro, like
Jesus.
we haven't seen Linda in a minute either.
I haven't seen it. Well, she's over there doing
Yeah, doing
her
doing
government
stuff.
thing.
Mhm.
She has looked the same. She does not look any
Mhm,
different from
right?
this. She has looked
I feel like we
85.
haven't seen her in at least what 10 to 15 years.
Other than when she popped out at her government role now. But I swear she has looked
Mhm.
78 years old since the 90s. She has looked 85. She has looked 85 since 1999. The same with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan has looked
Yeah, it's like he hit
the
a point, he
same.
stayed the
He
same,
hit
and
a
then
point where
he got like down quickly, and then he was gone.
Mhm. She be doing not chin ups. I can't.
Mm.
She does look more buff in this interview. She looks more like sturdy.
I bet you.
You know, Maybe this is where hashtag sturdy. She does look more sturdy in this. You know, maybe watching this, maybe this is why I remember when we in our first streaming, you asked me if I would ever slap my family.
This is where you got it.
And I was like, I don't want to, but if I
I will if I need to.
I would if I needed to. And I think this is where it came from.
He said she wasn't a very good actress. Like, oh.
Trish. Trish. Yes, MD. We're gonna get back on our WoW game soon.
Yes.
Just give us
probably after Mania.
Probably after Mania, yeah, for sure.
Oh my. Watching this back is like crazy.
Watching this back is insane. I'm like, first of all, this is crazy.
Yo, what? Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, a drugged up Linda McMahon actually isn't as weird comparatively.
I was actually telling somebody about this over the weekend as far as like storytelling across the board, including, you know, politics. It's about emotion.
It's about emotion. It's who can evoke any emotion. And Vince was like the one of the biggest people in evoking any emotion. He was the first person,
as I recall. I don't think anybody had a problem. Not that I remember. Don't remember anything.
Now Vince. This is okay. During this stream, you're gonna hear me say now Vince a lot because that's what we all watch, yeah, for the emotions. Oh my god, when she barked like a dog. Oh my god.
It was the time. Oh my goodness.
I mean, they did what they...
Oh no.
My god. Not a the lady on the side doing the commentary. Who is she? Ah,
Mm, mm, mm. That's like today.
I was like, I don't think that has changed.
Nope.
I have an ad. Pause for ad. Pause for
Pause
ad.
for
So
ad.
the last thing Trish has said is that they were doing
Well, I mean,
it's for building up for Mania.
yeah, and it's the evolution of it. I mean, they are completely right. It's, the sign of the times, and they're doing crazy stuff. So you can't, I don't want to say you can't apologize for what happened in the past. It's that people didn't know. So at the end of the day, it's like, you could be upset as much as you want. But if it was really you could be upset as much as you want. However, the people who were watching it weren't upset because it continued. If the people knew that it was wrong, then they wouldn't have watched it. Then we wouldn't have it happen.
Right,
So
because it was wrong
timeless.
is what made people want to watch it. They liked watching.
Right.
People like to watch wrong things.
Right. That's the people like reality shows, etc., etc. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay.
I was a watcher of the Bad Girls Club. Should I have been watching that in high school?
See, I've never watched that show before.
You have never. I stopped after. No, I forgot. I watched the first couple, like a good first couple seasons. That's where Natalie Nunn came from.
Yeah,
that was my season.
Never watched it. I've heard a lot about it, but never watched it.
We're coming back in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got to say. Things evolve. People love watching car crashes, and even car crashes that the actual car crash, and then the car driving away, and then reversing back onto the person, and then bless your heart. They said, "Bless your heart, T." Okay. If you're gonna watch Bad Girls Club, I recommend season 4.
Season 4. All right. It's so funny. He said his sisters kind of cut through like his dad.
Huh. Yeah.
I wonder if that's like real life.
Right. He seems more like the emotional one. Jesus. And he really held that saying for his whole life. Whatever season got Tadisha, I want to say that was season 3. That was before Natalie Nunn, for sure. It was 1, 2, or 3. If we get a super chat, me and TK will watch Bad Girls Club.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have to pay me to watch that, because that's oh.
Oh my god. Trish wheeling out Linda is insane. She gets home. I am tickled. Where did Mick Foley come from? Mm-mm-mm.
I think that's just for anybody though, unfortunately or fortunately. Anybody who's at the
Mhm.
top of like the entertainment game, like
Mhm.
they're gonna push it because they want as many people to
watch.
To watch.
And whatever is going to keep that momentum, for better, for worse,
Mhm.
and for worse the better. Just like as it gets terrible. Mick Foley, aka it's amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh, ratings draw, not drop.
Ratings drop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know she's maybe I don't know where I've been, but I didn't know she sued the company.
Hmm. Mm.
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 Now, Vince, you didn't think anything was degrading at all?
Of course you don't.
But I think he did, and that's why he liked it. So I'm like, wait, of course you knew.
All
That's
I know
why.
is she came back to work. Bro.
It didn't help that she came back and she's on the desk.
That's kind of crazy now, like when I think about it. Like
Which part?
you're being forced to kiss your boss on like he could
It's
actually fire
insane.
you.
I'm like, it's insane. He wouldn't ask him to do anything he wasn't willing to do. Yeah, no, yeah, no, I don't think there's anything he wouldn't do. So he's kind of
Right.
like, why wouldn't you do it? I would, but because Vince, you're sick. That's why.
Yeah, why would he? Wow,
They're
MDB, that
calling
is
you out.
incorrect. Incorrect. The sex was terrific.
I'm like, Vince, you went on and had an
Man.
interview about these things.
Oh gosh.
And then now he's like, I don't know. He definitely is the character, though.
And that was with wrestling.
Mm-mm. Right? Like like his character only cares about the business, and I think he himself. Hmm. That's what. Okay, I have an ad. Pause here for Christina's ad. But that is interesting. That comes
Crazy.
up. That comes up throughout the documentary. They're like, even if it, whatever he's asking people to do or himself do, even if it hurts his feelings, who cares? Because it's
But does it
for
really hurt his feelings
business.
though? Like what
I
could have? Well, I mean, I don't know. He did. The thing is, when he says that, like even like for instance, Stephanie's wedding, if it really did hurt his feelings, he didn't make it seem like it hurt his feelings in presenting it in this documentary. So it's like, did it really hurt your feelings? We don't like. Do you have feelings? We don't even know. You're not even being vulnerable. You're just like very matter of fact.
I don't
which
think
is
he knows.
fine.
I think he does have feelings, but he knows how to push them down and be like, I'm gonna override it with what my character wants.
Just crazy.
I'm coming back. Christina's coming back in 3, 2, and 1.
All right.
Ah, yes, when they went public. I did not know they had a casino. I didn't know there was a WWF casino. That was new to me. I knew they had a restaurant in Times Square, but I did not know they had a casino.
By a girl on a pole. Man, kind of like I wish we had like enough money just to go back and watch all this stuff and just like every day we just watch wrestling.
Just like a repeat, like what?
A rewatch
of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm. It's all about return on investment.
Mm-hmm. Whew.
Mm.
Ah, yes, 2001.
Mm.
Oh, I know he just was
He was living his
salivating
best life.
during this part. Oh,
I bet it's probably made him sick to your stomach.
ugh.
Mm.
Mm.
Like starting a live football league.
That was an interesting choice.
I know, and then they circle back for round two. I am going to be feeding my dog, so I'm still listening.
Okay.
It's just time for her to eat. You probably could hear me in the background.
Oh, goodness. I wonder why football.
Well, I think because football. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, because I think because football, there was no other competition. Like it was.
Oh, like
originally
it's just NFL.
Yeah, it's originally. I don't even know if that was around. I know CFL was around, but nobody watches CFL in America. So how apropos he buys WCW, and then he wants to provide competition for one of the biggest things that don't have competition.
Oh, I just got to add.
Ad time.
Add time. Pause for Christina's ad.
Pause for Christina's ad. In that case, too, we're gonna. Oh, let me pause this. We'll also talk about women's
Something really
wrestling
interesting.
archive.
No one move.
No one move. Pause for ad.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might think he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate 1, 5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
There it is.
There it is.
Whenever you come back, I paused mine.
Okay. Yay! And we're back.
And 3, 2, 1. So this might be a silly question. The people that played in the XFL, they were not wrestlers. They were just
No, I think they
external
were
people.
I think they were college athletes that didn't make the NFL.
Make it.
And then they want to go to the CFL.
Got it. Because I was like, wait, I was like expecting Mick Foley out there. I was like, wait, were these wrestlers? Okay, got it. Wait, so when did
And
the
they tried it
NFL
again and it didn't work.
semi-pro and college athletes? Got it. I was like, for some reason, it might have worked if they're.
Oh wow! Bob Costas swearing.
Oh.
Mm. Mm-mm. Excuse me.
Then when?
What?
Hold on. Why would you think it was going to be a friendly meeting?
Because he's Vince McMahon.
I'm like,
oh my gosh! Look how cute.
oh my god!
All you can do is smile.
Oh my god!
Do you think it's COVID because of COVID that if COVID wasn't around the second time around, the XFL would have worked? I don't think so.
Mm.
Mm. It got whoever came up with that. It's like, oh, this is so good.
Like, this is the money. It was not the money. Well. Yes. When the WWF went after the WWF.
Mm-hmm.
But was anybody confusing the two WWFs? Like,
No, I kind of wonder why.
why?
Well, you know what? Maybe because of that era and what WWE, WWF was attached to. That's probably why because it wasn't. It was like half naked women and
Yeah.
cheating scandals, and I think the steroid stuff was happening too. So it's like they just wanted that separation.
Makes sense. Because I was like, no one's confusing. No one's accidentally going to one when they try to go to the other one.
Oh wow, that's violent.
Icon versus icon.
Even nice plate of caca.
I just got the caca part. That's the part that he chooses to censor.
Not swear.
This was
Oh. I think he just doesn't care.
I know. He's like, I don't know.
I think it's a control thing. Control. Kiss the ring.
Eric Bishop. Christina has the ad again. Pause for Christina. I don't know why I'm getting so many. I'm so sorry.
I know. It's like was it the A&E thing?
It was the A&E thing. I'm like, look, I don't know. I went from no ads to ads because I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. I don't know. Gives us a little pause break. No, but I agree with her. It's absolutely a control thing. How is it any interpreted any other way?
Because you're asking to come back. So, and then of course,
like it sounds
the
like
fans
begging.
want you back, right? Well, maybe it's not him for sure, or the person who got let go to come back. The fans are asking for this person to come back. So it's like, okay, but also if you just detest this person so much, even if the fans do want you to come back, you're still going to be in the vicinity of the person that you detest. So the person you detest is like, well, you kiss the ring. You're in the thing I created and you want to be back in it.
Yeah, like you want to be back. So
right.
It's control, it's ego, it's
all the things.
It's probably even more heightened if you leave, because then it's like, you really did need me. You really did.
Right.
You really do come back.
Because the thing is, if you do, like, say if you do leave and then you go and create something of your own that surpasses WWE, then you won. The thing is, you go back to him. So then
he's like, come here. He's like, come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
Come here. Come here. Give me a hug. I know you want to.
Give me a hug. You back? Put your head right here. Yeah.
Right here.
3, 2, 1. Because even if you're trying to embarrass him, embarrassing him is still
bringing attention to him.
It's still attention. So he's like, you can't hurt him.
Right.
Hurting him is still emotion. Stone Cold.
Who among you?
Who among you will step up?
Not you, Bila. You can't be ruthless aggression. still walks the same.
I want to know what person in production was like, how about John Cena? Who was
Right.
that person that changed the trajectory of wrestling? Because they say it so casually.
Mm, mm,
Mhm.
that's crazy. John swearing too?
Earl- what is this?
Is it different? I'm sure there is some other people that could have rapped too.
Like, was there? Yeah, well, they said that he just said there's other people rapping in the back. I'm like,
Right.
who?
Mm-hmm.
So the gimmick was there. So why did we? So why
The
was it
gimmick
John
was
Cena?
right. I think we all know why.
We might all have an idea.
I have an idea. I'm flipping over my fries. Move for a sec. Mm. The walk.
Oh my god. He looks inflatable right there. Like his chest was so big. Him pushing the kid gets me every time. Hmm. Ah, yeah, this is insane. I think we all know which one. God, Vince is so sick. I like how he says, I think I was the one. This was your idea, Vince. Now, Vince. Hmm. Oh, oops, we spelled McMahon wrong. Our bad.
That was crazy.
What happened? Oh, the people let us know what we misspelled McMahon. I said, our bad.
Oh. Well, we'll fix that.
Whoopsies.
That was just random. It's like, oh, you're
What
kicking
happened?
off now.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's just
no.
like,
I was like, oh. Did the documentary still keep going?
yes.
Oh, okay.
This is about you and me.
See, I feel like Shane. Poor Shane. I feel so bad for him.
Right?
I'm like, I feel like this is actually how he feels in real
Yeah,
life. I'm like,
it kind of, I wonder how that's how everything kind of like
why they
the
made
reason
why they
he
made it
left.
into a storyline, because they're like, hey, Shane
Right.
has some things to get off his chest. No, he's gonna cry. You make him cry.
Oh.
Wonder why he was the black sheep of the family.
And look where we are now.
Look where we are now. I wonder if they did buy UFC back then, how different it would be. Hmm.
Mm. Uh,
He still
we
is
are
putting
watching
Shane. I
Mr.
feel like he's still
McMahon
putting.
documentary on Netflix, episode 5.
Watching the last 6 minutes. I feel like he was still putting down Shane. Like he was like, what a dumb idea. I'm like, I don't think it was a dumb idea.
Ah. Geez, it sounds like some mafia stuff.
I know. I'm like, how dramatic.
The question is, if he did get rid of his dad, how different would WWE be?
Right. Like, could Shane have come like carried it everything on?
Yeah.
Maybe. Not him having to get rid of his dad.
McMahon got rid of his dad. He gave you the blueprint.
I know. I'm like, just copy what. I feel like if Shane would have been cutthroat and got rid of him, I feel like that's the only way Vince would have been proud of him.
Say we're gonna go with my vision. Oh wow. He said, I advise not to bring family into business.
Oh.
All right, we're going right into the last episode. Is it starting with the ad for you, Christina?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Go back. Episode 6. Probably, yeah, starting with the ad.
All right. Starting with the ad.
So, people, we're going straight into episode 6
Final episode because
so that was interesting. I feel like what we just saw.
Yeah, especially when he said don't work with family, because then it's like the follow-up question, if I were interviewing him, it's like, okay, well, if you had to rewrite it all over again, because if you think about it, if he's like, if I'm not gonna work with family, sorry y'all, I have to eat because I'm starving. Then would Triple H and Stephanie met because he wouldn't have had Stephanie in the business, right?
Right.
Like
if he said don't work with
all
them,
the
then
things.
none of your family would have been there, which was
Yeah, and then
key
would
part of
Stephanie
the
have,
whole show.
right? And then would Stephanie have, seen John Cena rapping and say you should do that? Like there's certain things, sure, even Shane and Stephanie have done that, because they have the king's ear, like stuff would have happened.
That helped propel the direction of.
So it's kind of, or if he didn't have the family, he'd had more power. Because I feel like too, they had them being there, they had some guardrails. So it's like if he didn't have those guardrails of family, like Linda was just home and his kids were off doing other things, would there have been more allegations that we saw?
Like, because he already went wild. So I'm kind of like, what would you have done had no one been watching you?
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm like, they brought up the one where he wanted to do a storyline of he impregnating Stephanie. And I'm like, are you okay? are you good? Why would you do that? Anyways.
All right. Ready?
Yep. In 3, 2, 1.
All right. Episode 6, the last and final episode, the finish.
Vinny. So I don't know if he's describing just like ADHD or if he's describing like literal, like he has like some things going on.
I don't know.
Like multiple personality is what it sounds like.
It seems so far and so close to 2024.
Right? I'm like, oh, that was recent, but it also seems like 5+ years ago, which it was not. Okay, Vince, what do you have to say? Jesus Christ. Oh God, the hair versus hair match.
Crazy.
Who is that girl? Just like a random, or is that someone I should know?
Is this before Trump got back into office?
Oh yeah. Must be.
I think he's kind of the same background as McMahon as far as like the abuse and stuff.
Yeah. Very questionable and traumatic. It must, because they both are like a very similar level of insane.
Mm.
Oh my god. The pro wrestlingification.
Mm.
Add that to the dictionary. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot why was Lashley involved in this. They really shaved that man's head. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a. Remember Land Before Time, Littlefoot?
Mm-hmm.
He looks just like a little head, just like a tiny little bald head.
Maybe he didn't want to shave his head. That's why he did it for the story.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I remember this in real time.
Very Dynasty.
Yes. I remember I was so shook when the limo explodes because I thought he was really dead.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Well, yeah.
Mm-mm. Crazy.
Oh my god.
For those of you guys joining us, we're watching episode 6 of Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. Yes, we are way
You heard that
behind.
correctly. You heard
Yes.
that correctly. Nowinski. Oh my god, I thought this was Snitsky the whole time. Okay.
Uh.
I was like, that's a whole different person. Never mind.
Mm. You can say a ridiculous statement when they actually studied his brain.
I'm like, no, this is fact, sir. This is fact.
Oh no, Beulah, what did you do?
So, because I've seen clips of this part,
Mhm.
and he's like, it's a work. And I'm like, but it. Thank you, Hulk, for telling us that. But that's not what.
But if they studied his brain and they're seeing the
That's
stuff
what
on his
I'm
brain,
confused about. I'm like, no, this is science.
ooh, geez. Hmm.
That's like saying I'm not a fact guy. I don't know, like how stone cold. I can't say I'm surprised he's saying that, but isn't that what he did already?
Right.
So now he wants to do it because now it's Vince's idea. Before it wasn't his idea, and now he's like, I have a great idea. How about we study this in the name of science?
Chair shots. It's how you said it.
Probably for the better.
Is Chef Boyardee still around?
I think so.
You see how he looked down when he answered the question?
Yeah, he was like, I think
He's
we know
like,
the answer, but
gallons of blood. It's kind of crazy
Right?
when you think about it, because like the average wrestler is like, I think 30 something years old now, like mid
Yeah.
to late 30s. Let's ask Google.
Right? Like they're dying in their 30s. Like,
Hmm.
hello. We're not in like medieval times where we're dying like Vince. Now Vince. Now Vince.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Of course you wouldn't.
Uh, the average age of wrestler is 41.5.
Hmm.
Mm. I feel like they talked about this in the earlier episodes, or was it Unreal?
Mm,
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Ooh, I still can't watch this stuff.
That was bad.
Wow, that's so crazy that your body still is functioning while your
While
brain
you're
is not
like,
there.
yeah, while your brain is spinning around inside your head.
So wait, you don't think it's a concussion? You think it was because it's so traumatic that he lost?
Yeah, that's what. That's. I think what's crazy is like, according to Stone Cold, that concussion is because not. I don't know that it's not because anything was wrong, but because he did something wrong. I guess.
Ooh, ooh, it's so crazy. Thanks, Michael.
I think my question would be the people that don't think concussions or CTE is real, then what makes that different than any other injury that they have surgery for?
Right. Well, I
Like,
mean, I think because CTE, you can't, like,
see
it's
it
not determined if
until
you have CTE until you're dead. So, yes, it's like, if I don't see it, then
I guess because I'm like, they just say how many surgeries they've done, and I'm like, what makes that more real?
ugh.
Yeah.
Look at him smiling. See?
See, dividends. Sour Patch Kids. The Muppets did, yeah. I was like, wait, the Muppets did host. Hmm. Christina has an Ed. We'll pause here for a moment.
That's like
To
another question
catch
too.
our
So
breath.
if they didn't change to the PG era and he kept it TV 14, then would it have been as big as it is now?
Like, would it have continued its
Right,
popularity?
because like right at the end of the day, it's all about return on investment, right?
Mhm.
So the stock was down and you weren't getting as many investors, right? You weren't getting as many investors because it wasn't very family friendly. So if he continued the path that he was now or then, would then like, because it takes money for everything. So if you're not getting as much money to build the company, then would we even have WWE now? Or would
Like,
it
still
be
existing?
like a smaller version of what it is now? It's like you had to go that
Maybe.
way to get the money that you needed to go back to where we are right now. Because now I think
Yeah.
they changed the TV readings back to TV
It's
14.
back to 14, yeah.
Right. But
It's
now you
definitely
can
not
afford
PG
that.
anymore.
Right. But you could afford to do that because you just sold the company. You have a whole bunch of like, investors and Endeavor and TKO and all the things. So ready?
Yes, in 3, 2, 1.
That's all you can do.
Tone down a lot.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Shane was. What is he doing actually? Storyline wise.
Hmm.
Made sure to add that in there.
And then the last time we see him, like he what does he pull something at WrestleMania in Los Angeles?
Pulled something.
You feel like you figure that he would at least make a comeback now that Vince is gone?
Right,
Or
like
is it
he's
truly
gotta have your
like
hair.
Stephanie is Vince's daughter through and through? Even though technically she's not the helm, it's Triple H.
That's true. Oh. You know,
Oh no.
short lived. Oh, my eyes are tearing up. But
Man, that's crazy. Vince says he's not the guy that we see on TV, but I could only imagine the stories they have of like growing
how
up with
just
him.
at his house, yeah. Like Jesus.
He had that ready.
God. People's opponents are always the Undertaker. God, that was 2016.
Mm.
Why those kids were so little?
Isn't one of them supposed to be like in the program or something?
On the like a wrestler?
Uh-huh.
Is it? Let me see.
I remember this.
This is son's playing football,
Mm.
but has an interest in WWE.
Oh man.
Jeez, how did he do? He's very
Oh
nimble.
my gosh.
God, falling on your head. No, that he had to have gotten a concussion. I don't think there's any other way. Yeah, CTE from that one match.
Had to be.
And then talking smack to her is crazy.
Right. Like, do it again.
He's gonna kill you, actually. Why was it not breaking on an actual note?
Right. What if, like, Kurt did it on purpose? Like, he didn't put enough. Like,
I'm gonna give him a soft one, a soft suplex.
Oh my gosh. They always show that moment. Maybe this should have been. I don't know. Who knows? He's not gonna get any now. It's not too late for that. He's an adult. Who knows?
You know-
He's fine. Father is married.
Oh God.
He's not living in a ditch, is he? I did my job.
Oh my God.
We're alive and we don't have a two-way girlfriend. Oh, we don't have.
Damn. I wonder if they can count on two hands how many times Vince has given him a hug. Like the fact he said that, like, I gotta hug that light. Like
That is crazy.
it's
I'm
not
like,
funny,
hold
but it's
on.
just like,
And it's not even like
not
a hug.
gonna
Look
hug?
at the hug that he's giving. It's not even a real hug. It's he's doing like a pat on the, like a little. Oh, there we go. Okay, they are.
he's like the
embracing.
cameras are watching. It's
He
not
looks like
funny,
he's
but-
hurting him. It looks like he's hurting him. He looks very grossed out by this.
Oh my gosh. Man, that's crazy.
He got a pat on the back and a hug, he said. Very. Jesus. Killing him. That's interesting that he said a lot of people say that Vince was like a father. So is he like who his actual son would?
Well, I mean, he's probably changed so many people's lives, right?
Mm-hmm. But it makes me think like Christina has an ad. Before my thought, I have an ad. But it makes me think like, as crazy as he is, did he show? It seems like he showed more grace to random people.
Yeah, you often
Than
treat the
his
people that are
kids.
closest to
Yeah.
you that are
The
you
worst.
often treat the people the worst because they
They
should
have no
know,
choice
like,
but to
right. Yeah, it's like you know me.
around.
Like I am the reason you are in this world.
He's
I've
like, yes,
done
I
my
know
job."
you. That's the problem. I know you.
Yeah,
is
you know
precisely
me.
the
I
issue.
know you. You know what I expect from you. Like, this is not a. By the time you hit 12, you should know. But this new person, this wrestler,
Undertaker,
you just
this
got
guy,
here.
he don't
Yeah.
know. He just got here.
I need to teach you.
Ugh.
I need to bring you under my wing and treat you a little bit softer than. I mean, I do wish, you know what would be a great show. Even if they do a parody of it, the McMahons do therapy. Like the McMahons do like a group
McMahons
therapy session.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, right. Because now,
Like,
because
let's
the thing
really
is,
talk about this.
right? Because the thing is, and so for y'all who are like or just watching us and you don't, you've never seen us before, all this is in jest, so please don't screenshot and capture and blah blah blah. But the thing is, on a serious note, there are a lot of things that have transpired in this series of Mr. McMahon, and due to the age that he's at, there's been a lot of things that he probably went through that he never actually
Process himself.
Right, what happened in childhood is probably a lot of things that have taken place throughout his life that he's like, yeah, well, we're here. And it'd be interesting if he actually had therapy, or like they did some type of show where you can make the connection, even in business, right? Like there's certain decisions that he probably made or didn't make, and that could have been due to something that happened in his past, or even these allegations, like all these things. It's like it'd be interesting, or even Shane, like, oh, this was like, very
Like
far
your
into music
childhood
news.
wasn't nearly as bad as mine. This is what happened to me. So
Right. And then it's like, again, where is Shane? Like, I'm sure he's fine, right? But then it's like, the dynamic of that, him and his sister, how is that? And then the fact that Stephanie's kind of with WWE, but she's not with WWE, and Triple H is running the show, and it's like so many things that even transpired in the last like 5 to 6 years that you're just like, all right, like, could you imagine you built something, you took it from your dad, you built it your entire life, you made it into a family thing, and then due to things and worldly and all this other, the company is no longer your own. You're now watching it from behind the scenes, but now like not even any of your family is ahead of it. It's your daughter's husband, right?
Yeah.
Right. And what's that dynamic like? Do they actually like each other? I don't know. I mean, I suppose so. There's like so many things. And then what about it's crazy. I want that show. Forget Unreal. Give me the McMahon.
I would
McMahon's therapy.
McMahon's do therapy would be
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's book that. I think you Netflix. I think you all it would take another.
You're sitting on money.
Yeah, you're sitting on money. Raise the
and McMahon, as much as he wouldn't want to actually do that, I feel like he would because of the ratings and the publicity and
yeah, it'd be crazy. All right, you ready? Enough of my rant, my story pitch.
We're coming back in 3, 2, 1.
All right. So for y'all joining us, we are watching episode 6 of the Mr. McMahon documentary on Netflix. Yes, we are months, if not years. A year is behind, but we get it done by hook or by crook.
We get it done.
See?
Into Vince's good graces. Yeah, like I don't know what kind of
And it's kind of so crazy too that we don't see any of their kids in the business.
Right. And even he said right now, like, yeah, I thought it would be me part of it. Like, I'm sure they envisioned it would just keep passing down, and all of us couldn't wait. No one's a part of it.
I wonder what stories she has. Damn.
Tony Alice is hilarious.
It was such a good app.
That was a good app.
Crazy.
There's that. Yeah, she was doing small business, not education.
Right. Which is crazy. This is like Succession, the show, for real. That's the show. That's crazy. Or the show should be what Vince does daily now. A day in the life of Vince McMahon.
He like goes to yoga. He gets some matcha.
Yeah. Does a round of golf.
Does some golf. I wonder what he does.
Or he has
he
a
just
call with
watches
Triple
old-
H every day. Like, hey, H. This is what
H.
you need to do.
You know who this is?
He's really pulling all the strings.
Possibly.
I remember this too. It seems so long ago.
The Pet McAfee?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Jesus. It's true. It's not work to him. He is his character. The worst stunner in all of my nightmares.
Right?
And I still think about it. It's gotta be. But like out of all his affairs and all his misconduct, why this one is what made him step back was my question.
Right.
It wasn't like he was a stand-up person up until now. Like we knew people have come out with allegations already. So I'm like,
right. He admitted to it in that Playboy thing. So yeah, it's there's like way more than we know.
It was way more than just that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course he is.
Yeah, there was something. There was something else. It wasn't just
Yeah, there's a lot more.
your run of the mill affair
Mhm.
and
Damn. Huh. That's crazy.
oh, that he canceled all his different.
The last interview.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ad. Christina has an ad. We paused here. Interesting.
Why would he do that though?
Do what?
Like, so the allegations is that at the tanning salon, I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying, like, why? Like, if you are, and this is where the therapist would come in. Clearly, I'm not one, but if you're Vince McMahon, right, and you're this guy who has all this power, right? Like, why would you go into a tanning salon and show somebody a naked picture of yourself? Like, is it to shock the person? Is it to say, I can do this and you can't do anything? Like, I'm wondering, like, the psychology behind
What's
it.
the psychology?
Yeah, like, why? Other than, hey, I think you're hot. I would like to, I don't know, go from dinner or whatever. Like, there are people who do that where it's like, you just like, yo, I think you're hot. Let's whatever. And then that other person has the right to say, yeah, I'm good or whatever. Like, I mean,
yeah.
So it's so like to just double down, double down and say, yeah,
be sloppy about his slop.
yeah, be sloppy. Like, here's oh, hold on, let me find it. Here's a picture of me naked. What do you think?
Thoughts? Anyone thought like
right?
It's just like,
and then on top of that, think about it. If you're on a tanning salon, and it's no shade to people working at tanning salon, but my vision is going to, it's somebody so much younger than him. So like, he's already, you're already at a disadvantage because you're not showing a young version of Vince. You're showing an old version of Vince. Like, what's the thought
prime
process there?
Vince? It's 900-year-old Vince.
Right. Like, look at this. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. However, I definitely do think there's way more that didn't come to light.
There's way more that they found about him that we will not know, at least anytime soon.
Right. I don't think it ever. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who, like, in those positions that there's things that will just get buried, like carried to the grave. So, ready?
Coming back in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that month was crazy. Like, what was that conversation?
Which one? The 7.5 million?
No, Vince, you got to retire. I'm not retiring. Vince, you got to retire. I'm not retiring, Vince.
Well, what about this thing?
All right, let me send this tweet.
Let me go ahead. There was like
I
a
remember
final
this too. This
straw.
is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one she stepped down too, right?
Who did?
Stephanie.
I think so.
And then she said, "I love you, Dad."
Yes.
And do you remember there was a moment, I think in the last episode, where she says she calls him Vince at work, but calls him Dad at home?
Yeah.
Did it though? Of course it will.
Yeah.
He's getting to in a helicopter. Crazy. She's kind of right about that.
Yeah. Like if he came back tomorrow.
Or if like next year is supposed to be in Saudi, but they changed the location and they put him in the Hall of Fame.
Oh shit. That wouldn't surprise me. I don't think he's ever going to be gone from wrestling.
Wasn't there like a rumor where he was supposed to start another wrestling company?
I think I vaguely remember that. I would see him doing that just because he likes a challenge. I'm like, let's see what I can
returned for like 6 months or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't return for a very long time.
No, it was like 6 months tops. And I'm like, sir, come or leave or
And then what was the reason behind Stephanie leaving?
I don't think they ever said.
Changed members. That's crazy. Oh, so is that what it is? Her and Triple H wanted him to retire. Then he comes back, and then she resigns.
Took a leave of absence, co-CEO, chairwoman.
Interesting. That's crazy. That's a little wrinkle. But you don't know either. And you work in the company. You do know, though.
Right? You know. How do you not know?
I wonder though, if Stephanie did stay, would WWE have been sold?
Oh.
Oh yeah, did he step down from that, or is it just WWE?
Ooh, actually, I don't know. I thought it was from everything, but I could be wrong.
Controlling.
I wonder how Shane felt about that.
No, he's not. He's no longer the chairman of TKO Holdings. He resigned from the
Okay.
position of executive chairman and from the TKO board of directors January 26, 2024, following
Okay.
serious allegations.
So from everything.
But does he still hold stock though?
I feel like they said he sold his stock.
I think so.
Oh my
too.
god! Remember when he came out looking like a
With the little mustache.
French corpse? Ugh.
He still has significant stock.
Really? I thought he sold
As
all
of
his
June
stock.
2025, oh no, actually I'm lying. As of June 2025, he had sold over 2 million worth of shares.
I didn't know he had that much.
Reducing
more.
his ownership to 3 to 40%. So he still has a bit.
Okay, so he still has I thought he sold everything. Interesting. Sponsorship is annoyingly way too prominent. I have to see another Prime thing.
Mm. Oh. Oh. Well, that's interesting. That's a breaking the fourth wall.
Well, when he said it sucked.
Whose fault is that, though?
I know. What do you want me to do? He can make.
He
him
could have
look
said
shitty
that.
on it. Yeah. So Vince pops out with these like instances of like humanity every so often.
I mean, I'm sure he's done amazing things too, but he also is not a great guy.
Right.
I mean, like, look at Puff Daddy. He encouraged people to vote, and now he's in jail.
Right.
Like,
and we can't say, well, that's why I'm not voting again.
Right.
Even the trafficking, I feel like this was not the first instance of trafficking that came out.
No.
So
Not at
that's
all.
why I'm just like, of course we should, like, there should be a hubbub, but like, I know sex trafficking had come out about him before. Hmm.
Mm. Oh my gosh. It sounds on brand.
Sounds about right.
I wonder why, like, if he's like, all right, these are what she sent me. Not to say it's tit for tat, but it's just like,
Mm. Hmm.
and he's back.
Exactly. I was like, this was not necessary.
The crazy thing about this time is that we're in an era where you can actually find all this information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no matter, like, you think you delete something off your phone,
You
can
can't,
find
you're
it. Yeah.
find it.
And maybe that's the part where they're talking about he resigned even though he didn't want to.
Mm. Oh, ad. Christina has an ad. Let's sit on this for a moment. Huh.
It's so, I actually kind of like the fact that we watched this. I don't know when this came out, like years ago or something.
When did this come
Watching
out?
this later after like the dust has settled, kind of, sort of. And we're now a couple years into the TKO Endeavor situation in Saudi Arabia and like all this stuff. It's interesting because there's a lot of things that you know, if they didn't go PG, or you know, if Shane really fought and kicked his father out, like where would WWE be right now?
Right
Would
now,
it
the
be the
second.
version that we have?
Will we
Yeah.
still be going to Saudi
Like,
Arabia?
would we still be going to Saudi? Would TKO even be a thing? Would you
I don't
know,
think so.
like it's just really interesting.
If Shane was in charge, I don't think we'd have a TKO, to be honest.
Well, that, but also I think it was Tony Atlas who said that, you know, the nice bosses don't really, people take advantage. So if they were in charge, would WWE even be still around?
Right. Oh, like Shane would have been like too nice of a boss that we would have just, it would have just been crumbled.
Right.
It would have just crumbled.
Or if he was actually like, if he was too nice of a boss, but he actually did fairness and equality, where the women's movement, evolution movement, actually be happening every year versus every 7 years. Like, would things actually like play out for the better of society and wrestling versus for the best of wrestling and money? Like,
right.
You know, would AEW have taken over?
That's okay. The AEW one is what I wonder about.
Yeah, like, just
because
like
it did
so
allow
many...
them to slither on in, and then we just had like a WCW moment of where everyone, maybe not everyone, but like a lot of people went to go watch AEW, and then all the talent went there, and then
right, and they all came back almost.
Yeah, and they all came back.
Yeah, crazy. All right, ready?
Coming back in 3, 2, 1.
All right, for y'all who are joining us, we're in the last bit of episode 6 of the
minutes.
Mr. McMahon Yes, documentary on Netflix.
Oh, I like how she said that. McMahon. Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Crazy.
Mm.
I don't think I don't think I I think the new generation of fans knew WWE would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll be at Mania, and we probably will be streaming as well. Trisha's so Canadian. Nice. Let me correct. I will be in Vegas adjacent. I will not be at Mania. So we probably will do a watch along in some way. sexually active.
I thought
Why
that
would
was
he
a
include
weird.
that?
I thought that was a weird thing to say.
Now you're wondering? Wow. And this one they cut to McMahon's do therapy. Wasn't he cleared of all the charges though?
I don't think so. It's still ongoing. Oh no, it's
And
paused.
Brock is back.
It's like pause pending something else going on.
That's crazy. Let's do a quick search on this before we close out the show. Because I swear it was.
Under federal investigation according to the sex trafficking. What was the last thing? So Janelle Grant's lawsuit is paused while the investigation on the trafficking is going on.
Okay.
There we go. Ow. Well, that was something.
He still faces active and ongoing civil lawsuits, including sexual abuse and trafficking. So it's still going. Wait, federal investigation. Prosecutor dropped the criminal probe into allegations of sexual misconduct and fraudulent payments. That was in February 2025. SEC settlement resolved in January 2025. McMahon settled with the SEC commission. Remember that? Janelle Grant lawsuit, a lawsuit alleged sexual assault and trafficking against McMahon is still ongoing.
Wait, so her trafficking is paused while another trafficking is being investigated?
Yeah, while and a co-defendant was dismissed, the case is active and moving towards potential arbitration. I can't pronounce that word, or discovery. Ring Boy lawsuit, a lawsuit in Maryland against WWE and the McMahons, alleging that they enabled the sexual abuse of minors in the 1980s and 1990s proceeding. Well, I guess the other question is what's taking so long?
Like what's the holdup? Are we waiting for like I don't know.
Well, we finally finished it.
We finished it.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, I mean, other than every so often, I'm just saying now Vince. Now because there's things where I'm like, it's a little insight into his brain where I'm like, I think it's not even, I think it might have started as like a delusion, but now it's just, I think he is just a delusion. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's been doing it for so long, and then when you have so much power, it's just kind of like, I think that's with anybody. Like when you have so much power for so long, you get, it's almost like you just make crazy. I mean, P. Diddy, like Puff Daddy. like
you're gonna be like him in the music industry. Like at some point, I think things were coming out where I'm like, well, why would you do that when you have this other power or something? If you were gonna
like why make people do it when there might be somebody who is actually willing to do it,
do that, and then you're just like, why did you do that? Yeah, just like the Puff Daddy, but it's not like the Puff Daddy. Vince is not behind bars or anything.
Well, I mean,
it's being drug out for like ever.
Because even Diddy's thing was for a long time too, I believe, and R. Kelly's too was for a long time, and he's been in jail. So I don't know. It's but then
mean,
also I don't want to get too political, but also his wife is in the office currently.
oh,
So
well, there's that. There's that.
There is that.
Linda is
But yeah,
doing that,
yeah,
doing her thing.
doing her thing. Y'all don't come for me. I don't know nothing about nothing. But that being said,
she's like, I'm not even from here. I'm not even American.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
She's like, I'm not even from this country.
Where can well, I don't even know what we're gonna do next. We're definitely gonna do the Hulk Hogan thing on Netflix, but
when the Hulk Hogan comes out.
Well, we're gonna be in Vegas next week, so you definitely have to check out Women's Wrestling Talk, all the social medias. There's gonna be a couple of us floating around. We're gonna try to get together, do some shenanigans. But with that being said, where can everybody find you?
Everyone can find me with these watch-alongs because it's really what keeps me entertained. Also, we're going to be going back on our WoW game, so we're going to be doing that again, and then more recently, I'll be, like TK said, I'll be at Mania, so yay.
There it is.
Day 1 and 2, and I bought my tickets right when they came out, so joke is on me with all these discounts that are coming out now.
The joke is not on you because I didn't buy the tickets. So you enjoy for the both of us. Speaking of WoW, definitely check out the interview with Miami Sweet Heat. I really had a really great interview with them. So check that out. That's on all our social media platforms. You can follow me everywhere at TK Trinidad. I still have, I travel for y'all who be following. So there's still some stuff I need to release from the cruise. I went to some other places and gonna be going to Canada in a couple of weeks. So definitely follow my social media, follow my TikTok if you want to hear some crazy stories about everything. So yeah, follow all that at TK Trinidad. But most importantly, definitely check out Women's Wrestling Archive to support women's wrestlers. This is like a real big passion project that I want you all to check out. It's going to be launching. We're very, very close. I just have to actually go back and make some changes. But yeah, when you have a million jobs and spilling a bunch of plates, it's time.
TK is like one of those. It's like the little stick with a bunch of with the plates spinning,
but
she has like always like that, and then her feet are also holding them. And TK's
the whole situation,
doing her thing,
trying. But definitely check that out. Definitely check out Women's Wrestling Talk on all social media platforms. Today is Tuesday, so definitely check out our WWT live happening tomorrow, and also our AEW post show and watch along happening tomorrow as well. With that being said, let me get this all ready because they took it out. I think it was me anyway, so I can't nobody to blame but myself. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao for now.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.